So this is the place I'm going to paint today, and I walked into these fallen trees a few weeks ago when it was still raining and really muddy, which it still is. And I knew right away that I was going to paint this. It just sometimes it feels like you first need to build up some kind of momentum or pick the right moment to do it. And today I feel like it is that moment. All right. So first I started with a thin sketch of the situation because it's quite a complex scene. And I don't really have a method, to be honest. I don't always start with sketching, but something like this, you have to kind of know like where you are on the canvas. Also because it's so big, it's very easy to get lost. So I kind of like very roughly sketched it. This is basically as precise as I do it, and probably there's still lots of mistakes in it. But we'll see as we go. Building up some kind of atmosphere and finding a bit of structure. So I moved the canvas. I couldn't really, it was a bit difficult to see the scene, and I was still not so far in, so I can still change the composition a little bit. And I also noticed I was focusing too much on one element, so this kind of freshens it up. Also it's like there is just so many details, and when I look to the left at a certain tree and I paint something on the right and I look to the left again, I'm kind of already lost. So this painting is not about putting everything at the right position, but at least as for the small branches, there needs to be a certain rhythm. So I added already some tree trunks, some shades, just to create the kind of chaos that is also here, because it's more about rhythm and light and dark, and all right. So adding a bit more colors and making a bit more vibrant, and trying to make kind of sense of the shapes. I mean, like the difference between the reflections and the things itself, and also looking at like what kind of color relationships can I see here. Like here it's a bit orangey green, and there it's a bit yellowish, and then here and there is some kind of orange glow. Also the water here, it's more dark, the reflection, and there it's more light. So I'm not exactly copying this, but putting in information that I see. And I was just looking at a distance, and you see the branch that is going at a diagonal. There was a mouse just walking over it towards the roots. It's a bit bizarre, but okay. I now came to the stage where I'm like how I call it, adding a little bit of oomph. So just adding also colors, not per se because they are there, but also to make it understandable. Like where are certain trunks and where does the shade start. And I'll take it to the studio now and have a look at it. So I took it back home to the studio, and it's now 3 days later, and kind of like the image now settled with me, and it's time now to continue. All right. So I worked on it more, as you just saw in the time lapse, and yeah, today I tried to enhance more like the contrast and the colors, the atmosphere, and like for example these roots that yeah, there is now more also texture in the roots. I don't know if you can see that. I did it with different brushes, like a little bit of crooked brushes. Oh, yeah, so like something like this, you know, this is like a crooked brush. And also in the end did some finger painting, also just to create variation, and work with transparent paints and opaque paints, so that yeah, you get a kind of atmospheric effect, but also that yeah, the opaque paints are like more, yeah, in your face, so to say. So yeah. So now I took it back to the studio, and you can see it in the, yeah, with the lights, how I see it also, how I see it there. And just wanted to show you some details, go through the painting a little bit. So you see the roots of that tree, in the background all kinds of color variations. And as you might see up close, I left the texture of the linen quite absorbent, so it looks a little bit rough on one hand, but on the other hand it also creates depth, so that you have layers stacked on top of each other. Yeah, as you can notice, I'm not looking for making it very polished. Zoom out again. All right. Well, thanks for watching.